Hello and welcome to this video. Let's look at the questions and solutions of a reading comprehension exercise from CAT 2020 slot 1. This is a passage on the currency systems of the Tang dynasty in China between 618 and 907 AD. In an earlier video, we had read the passage, we had discussed what this passage is about. So let's straight away go to the questions and let's understand how to get to the correct answers of them. So starting with question number 1, it says in the context of the passage, which one of the following can be inferred with regard to the use of currency during the Tang era? So let's look at the options one by one. Currency usage was similar to that of modern times. This has been indicated in the last paragraph. So maybe A is the correct answer. So let me hold on to A. Let me see if I can eliminate B, C, and D as definitely cannot be inferred. B says currency that deteriorated easily was not used for official work. So yes, the passage does talk about the fact that textiles did deteriorate over time, but it was still used. Its value became lesser, but it was still used. Official work, not exactly given in the passage, but it was being used. So B is kind of indicated. Let me hold on to B still because it's not exactly indicated. Let's look at C. C says copper coins were more valuable and durable than textiles. Opposite of that, the author has expressed his opinion inside the passage. So C is not the answer. D says grains were the most used currency because of government requirements. Actually, the passage says the opposite of it. The grains were used lesser because they spoil very quickly. But government did use grains in a lot of places. So it was not the most used currency. So that part of option D becomes incorrect. So D should be eliminated. Among A and B, which can be more inferred, which is more correct? If I want to pick out the better answer, then A is a better answer because it's directly given. B is not directly given. That's why B is not the answer. So I think it's an easy question to answer. C and D can be easily eliminated. And if you compare A and B, A should be marked as the answer, not a very difficult question. Let's come to question 2. 2 says, according to the passage, the modern currency system shares all the following features with that of the Tang, except that. So Tang currency system and modern currency system does not have which of these commonalities. Two options can be very easily eliminated. It uses different materials as currency. Both Tang dynasty and modern times, we are using different things as currencies given in the passage in the last paragraph directly. And C also is given in the passage. It uses different currencies for different situations. Grain was used for different situations. Coins had different use cases. Textiles had different use cases. Similarly, cards and checks have different use cases. Cash, notes have got different use cases, and coins have different use cases today. So C is also given in the passage. Now, the problem is among B and D, and I can absolutely genuinely understand the confusion if at all students have among these two options. Why? Because it is undergoing transformation. Is given to us about the modern currency system. If you go back to the passage, it clearly states in the second to last sentence that we are shifting, right? We are shifting to electronic banking and making payments online. So we are moving to newer and newer types of financial transactions. But this is not given about the old Tang dynasty situation that it went or it underwent transformation. Whereas its currency values fluctuate or its currency's fluctuated value over time has been given to us with respect to the Tang dynasty, especially with respect to textiles and coins. I've been told that textiles, they lose their value as they become worn out, as they become old. And similarly, in the second to last paragraph, it says fluctuating values of coins. So textile was more stable. Coins value did fluctuate, given in the passage, but that's not been told to us about modern currency system. So here the paper setter is actually expecting us to use a bit of common sense and look at the way that the options have been phrased. So if you look at option D, it is written in a present continuous tense that it is undergoing transformation. So Tang dynasty is long over. It cannot undergo transformation any longer, and that's why they are saying D is the answer and B is not. And they're saying that by common sense, we know that even currency values in the modern day will be fluctuating. Right? Every country's currency values does fluctuate over time. So they are saying that by common sense, B is true for both, although that's not been indicated in the passage. And D cannot be inferred at all about Tang dynasty, so D is the correct answer. These kind of questions rarely appear in CAT papers. I think IIM Indore went a bit against the philosophy of the CAT paper because CAT paper reading comprehension questions are generally supposed to be answered only using information in the passage. This is kind of against the philosophy of the CAT paper. But if we compare B and D and apply a bit of thought, note what kind of tense has been used in option D, then it is possible to mark D as the answer, but I can understand people being very confused among B and D, leaving the question or marking B as the answer and getting it wrong. I can absolutely, totally empathize with students who do that. Let's look at question 3. 3 says, when discussing textiles as currency in the time period, the author uses the word steady and stable to indicate all of the following, except. So he does talk about steady and stable textile currency in this second to last paragraph. He says, where he is talking about advantage that textiles has over coins. He said, for a start, textile production was widespread and there were very few problems with supply of textiles. So supply was constant. Large transactions, textiles weighed less than their coins. Could weigh as much as 4 kg. Coins can weigh a lot. Furthermore, dimensions of a bolt of silk held remarkably steady. So dimensions are very steady from 3rd to 10th century. And the values of different textiles were stable. So value and dimensions is what the author is referring to when he's saying stable and steady. So let's look at the options. Reliable supply has been discussed in the passage. Reliable measurements absolutely being talked about with respect to stable. So this is definitely not going to be the correct answer. And quality, right? That it is, yeah. So quality is also being talked about, the fact that their dimensions are the same. So measurements are the same. Quality is also the same across multiple different places. Quality is kind of the same. Now, see, transportation is also being talked about. Supply is also being talked about. Supply, in fact, requires transportation. In fact, the passage clearly states the transportation of coins makes it difficult for us to use coins. And this is where a confusion kind of arises, that whether I should mark supply or whether I should mark transportation. Again, the paper setters are looking for students who can apply a bit of common sense and see that whether transportation of textiles can make the value of textiles steady and stable, or is it supply? And it's a very economics kind of a concept, that supply and demand. If supply is changing, its value changes. When supply is less, value increases. When supply is more, value decreases. So that's why reliable supply is absolutely required to keep the value steady and stable. Reliable quality is also required to keep a value steady and stable. But transportation is just easier for textiles over coins. But it is reliable, and because of its reliability, the value of textiles remains stable does not make sense. And that's why D is the correct answer. C, in my opinion, is also not an easy question. I think B can be very easily eliminated, but I can understand confusion between A, C, and D. If you go back to that paragraph, at least supply is given. Quality is not mentioned directly. Transportation is mentioned in the next paragraph, or in that paragraph even, with respect to coins. And maybe I can mark D as a correct answer, because it is only when compared to coins that we are talking about transportation. But with respect to stability and steadiness of textiles as currency, transportation is not being talked about. That's why they marked D as the answer. Difficult question nonetheless. Coming to 4 says, during the time period, which one of the following would not be? Very important to read the question very carefully. It says, would not be an economically sound decision for a small purchase in the local market that is worth 1/8 of a bolt of cloth. Question itself should help us understand that it is referring to one particular part of the passage where the author starts by talking about textiles' advantages and disadvantages in the second paragraph. And it says here, if customers cut textiles into smaller pieces to buy or sell, something worth less than a full bolt, that too greatly lessened the value of the textiles. So which means cutting textiles would definitely be an economically unsound decision. That's what we should be looking for as the answer. And A gives us the answer directly. You might not be able to exactly find out why B, C, and D are incorrect. It's commonsensical. But A is given in the passage directly. So that's why I feel that 4 is an easy question. Making the payment with appropriate weight of grain, maybe. It does not tell me that, the passage does not tell me that that's a bad economic decision. Similarly, using coins, passage does not tell me that that's a bad economic decision. If I'm using an entire bolt of cloth, if I'm not cutting it, passage says that that is actually a better economic decision than cutting it up. So cutting of cloth is the only thing that the passage is referring to as a bad economic decision, because it decreases the value of the bolt itself. So by using that particular sentence, 4 can be easily marked as the answer. In my opinion, 1 and 4 are easy. 2 and 3, I can understand people finding it a bit confusing. A lot more thought is required to get 3 correct. 2, I think with a bit of extra thought could have been gotten correct. So people who feel that RC suggestions can get 3 out of 4 correct, should get 3 out of 4 correct in this exercise. 2 out of 4 is an acceptable accuracy when it comes to this particular RC exercise. Thank you. Stay tuned for more videos where we'll be looking at further reading comprehension exercise from CAT 2020 papers. Thank you.